Good morning, welcome back to casa.texpina. We're on build day number 150. Yeah, build day number 150. Tinsmiths are here early this morning, much appreciated. We're getting started with the roofing right away. They are working on the back side of the house on the west side where it's in the shade, so they got a little bit longer before the sun starts heating up the roofing material. The rest of the guys are continuing with the septic tank, building the foundation on it. Still working on some other things. Let's go ahead and walk you around and see where everybody's at, and let's get started. So we're starting off this morning back in the septic tank. You guys are digging out a little bit of the excess that from the side walls, making sure that it is still straight up and down, that we've got the perpendicular walls that we need. Also, the blocks and stuff that they wet set yesterday afternoon turned out just fine, even with all the excess water from the rain. By this morning the concrete has gone ahead and set good and hard. So we had both sides wet set and they're going to continue with the front and the back, or sorry, the back and the front as it be, and start working on the some of the columns. So Mr. Red Horse, Mr. Ben down here, and Mr. Jericho are teaming up for this joint venture here. And we've got lots of hollow block for them to get ready to start building the sidewalls once they get to that point. So, all right, let's go continue around and see what everybody else is working on. Mr. Marvin is here this morning, and he is digging out the two catch basins that are inside the garage. So we have one here right inside the garage door that comes down behind the wall, and the catch basin is going to be here, and then same thing in the back. And the reason why they're inside the garage for the catch basins is because of the way that the columns were formed for this wall. The only place to put the outlet is on the long side. Sige. Get out of the way, sir. We got work to do here, sir. All right, and back to the conversation. So the columns were sitting sideways, so the best place to put the downspout was to come out into the garage. So they're going to do a catch basin here, and this is going to catch a lot of water from the back porch. It's going to catch here and connect with the one in the front, and then go right on out to the this one will connect over to the catch basin that was on the back of the maid's room over there. Over on the other side of the garage, Mr. Chucks is still working all the home runs coming out of the main house, coming right up to where the panels are going to be at. And right underneath my feet, lots and lots of mortar, because we do have several people that are working on capping the fence along the back. And Mr. Jojo was way up in the front of the house, and he's working the moldings on the top of the fence posts. Yeah, he's over here up underneath the tarp, a little bit of shade, and he's working those. Okay, let's go look around the corner here. So around the corner, Mr. Ricky is still working the painting of the exterior moldings. So first thing again he starts off with is skim coat. So they're doing a little bit of putty, skim coating that as best as they can along the way, trying to get all the imperfections out of the concrete. Inevitably in concrete you have small cracks, small divots, small holes, so the skim coat goes to fill in all those holes. And out here on the outside of the fence, Mr. Carlito is chipping his way through the concrete foundation of the fence wall for the catch basin drains, as they're going to connect out here and connect straight into the storm drain here. So this is going to be the large 6-inch pipe going to be coming out here to help drain all of these catch basins on the inside. And over here, I'd like you to meet our new plumber. This is Mr. Allen, our new plumber today. So our carpenter has turned into a plumber today. He's helping the guys with the downspouts, making sure to get the connections from the gutter into the downspouts that are in the columns. So he's working his way around with that, because right now we're out of fiber cement board for the rest of the wall cladding. So Mr. JR, or Mr. JR, our plumber, our painter back here, working the window moldings. And up on top, last but not least, the Tinsmiths. We're continuing to work the roofing around the edge here, and we will follow these guys throughout the day. I will try my best to get some drone footage up before lunch today, so that we can see what's going on, and then if I have time, I'll throw another drone back up again this afternoon before quitting time. All right. right, I wanted to get you guys a little bit of that beautiful drone footage before lunch, just in case something happens and I'm not able to get the drone in the air this afternoon. Here, starting on the back, the Tinsmiths, the roofers, have switched over. They're going to start working on this west side of the garage area. So the first thing they're putting out here are, they use a little piece of PVC with string line connected between it, and that gives them the amount of overlap that they need of the hidden gutter system. So it's got about a 4-inch overlap there. They'll put a screw in it and and run a string line, typically fishing line, monofilament from one side to the other, and that's how far down they know to bring the the roofing panels, how much overlap into the gutter system. So just a little bit of explanation of what's going on. Let these guys get started. Let's go look around and see what everybody else is doing. As y'all are seeing, you'll see all this on a time lapse at the end of the video. What they've done today with the walls for the septic tank. All right, on the inside, Mr. Jojo's getting started on the palitada, or the plaster coating for the 2 main columns here in the living room. So that one and that one are finally going to get their plaster coat and smoothed out. All right. All right. We have a hole in the wall. Mr. Carlito has been digging. Hey, there you are. Been digging the hole for connecting the catch basin drain. So we got the first hole through the foundation wall of the fence line. The next thing is going to be, once he gets that rounded out, they will connect a 6-inch pipe back to the catch basin and then make sure that it still flows into the storm drain. So we're going to check that out. Coming around the front of the house, both of the painters have moved back to the fence line, doing epoxy on the grills. So we're working those. And the Tinsmiths are back up on the roof, and we're working the next piece of roofing here. So they've already got the wire screen in place. They're putting in the insulation, and then of course the last thing to go on will be the tin for the roof. Okay, working on the home runs for all the electric coming out of the house and to the main panel. And then you see the one larger pipe that's going to be for the service connection coming from the service post with the, thank you Mr. Wesley, weatherhead at the top. The upside down J that I called it earlier. My former coworker finally corrected me and says, no, that's called a weatherhead. So it'd be a weatherhead up here at the top where the service connection comes from the poles down into our service post here, and that'll all come underground back to this location. Okay, break. The electrician brought up a good question asking about where is the cable and internet connections coming into the house. So I've put in a call to the CCTV guys to see what they're going to have, where they would like it to come in through, because when we call the company, the cable company, contrary to the US where they put it up to the house, here they do not. They give you the connection at the pole, they'll make it to the connection to your service pole, and then the rest of it from there to the house is on you. So I've got to call into the CCTV guys to see if we want to run it parallel to our service connection and run it in here and then into the rest of the house. So we'll see how that goes over the next couple days. Perfect timing. While the guys are on break, we've got a rock delivery. So this is our 3/4 minus coming in. They're gonna dump it right here underneath the tree. Engineer was so kind earlier today to bring these guys a big bag of pandesal. So everybody's walking around with this big old piece of pandesal as they're sitting there having their break. All right. All right, and just like that, they're done. How nice is our engineer? As we're making our fence line back here, and the guys are doing the capping and the palitada, as they call it here. The plaster coat is called palitada. He said, hey, make sure you do the finish on this one. We don't want it coming looking from our side. We don't want it to look unfinished like it was part of our fence. So go ahead and finish this off and just leave it as a rough finish as they did here. That's a classy move. I like that. Alright guys, it's yabba dabba do time. The bell has been rung. The guys are on their way home. Mother Nature played along very nicely with us today. As you can see, the weather has been like this all day. Very happy, very happy. So the Tinsmiths have been busy since early this morning, working on this front edge up here. They've also gone in and put on a small bit here on the lower half below the hidden gutter that the engineer wanted to be able to see so he can make a decision as far as what to do with the front of that Cenepa. So the rest of the thing going on, still working on the septic tank, as you saw. Those guys down in the septic tank have been very busy the whole day. They built that entire wall on all four sides, about halfway up at least. The next thing they're going to work on tomorrow is starting to pour the four corners, at least up as high as they are. They're afraid that if they don't, the hollow block's going to collapse on the inside. So what they're going to do and to alleviate that is to go ahead and pour the concrete post on that. So you're going to see that tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, the power company has let us know that we will be having a power outage. Yes, a power outage, but not during the day tomorrow. It will be tomorrow night. That's going to affect you guys because that means I either have to try to upload it very early or wait until Thursday morning to upload it then. Either way, you're going to end up with a different time schedule for when the upload's going to happen. So as we used to say in my prior career, Semper Gumby, meaning, you know, remember the toy Gumby? Always be flexible. So I'm going to try and work that to where I can do the editing and whatever prior to close of business tomorrow afternoon, and try to start uploading and have it uploaded before we go to bed in the evening. Hopefully the internet and my data plan on my cell phone play along. So until we see you tomorrow, if y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the casa.texpina star right over here, and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again tomorrow, have a great afternoon, and God bless. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape.